My name is Pat Cray. I'm the husband of Carol Cray. She had such a positive influence on everyone she met. People just admired her for her big smile and the happy character. She loved gardening, and she loved to read, and she loved pictures. Carol got sick, was sick for a year and a half. But prior to that, her and I had talked about maybe going on a balloon ride. I'm a little afraid of heights, I think, more than her, but it's just something that had kind of been on the back burner. But Lori, the social worker, was there one day, and you know, as the primary caregiver, I didn't really give a lot of thought to final wishes. And she asked Carol if she had a final wish, and Carol paused a little bit and said, well, I'd love to go to Disneyland, but I'm not going to go without 16 grandkids to go with me. But you know, what I'd really like is a balloon ride. And Lori actually made all of that come true for Carol. And it was very good for Carol. As she said to me more than once, and to Lori also, this will be fantastic. I'll be soaring like an eagle above everybody. So Lori set it up, and we went to Lincoln, and they had hired a person to give the balloon ride, and we helped set the balloon up, and that also was fascinating. Neither one of us had ever seen that done before. And finally, when that was all ready, Carol got in the balloon, and away they went. My granddaughter, Natalie, since I'm a little, as I said earlier, afraid of heights, was elected to go with her. She was really looking forward to it. Once she got up in the air, she wasn't quite as comfortable. She sat down in the balloon. But when they landed and they got out, of course, Natalie jumped out and kissed the ground, but Carol gave her a hard time about sitting down. She goes, you know, what a flight. This is so fantastic. We could see for miles and miles and miles. We are forever thankful that Lori brought this up and gave her the opportunity, and we're extremely grateful to the foundation for having sponsored this, and what a great treat. You know, and these wishes play such an important part in balancing our life as well as what we anticipate to happen. And it's a memory that we can all take away, whether it's the recipient of the wish or those other family members who either help participate in that wish or are aware of that wish. And in our case, we are, again, eternally grateful that Sharing Wishes saw fit to help us and enjoy our last time.
My name is Debbie, and I met David. I went through the hospice training and volunteer training, and David is one of the Sharing Wishes recipients. His request was for a television and Xbox Live and the Xbox so that he could have more interaction. He was confined to his room for a couple years from what I understand, and that was his way of communicating with the outside world. Pretty small request to make such a big difference in someone's life that basically wouldn't have had anything but doctors and nurses, social workers to communicate with. Since he can't speak, it's I think a real good outlet for him. He's very good at it, very good at his games. From my first visit till now, at first he wasn't, it was almost kind of like a shy person. Now when I come in, you know, he waves and he's all excited that I'm there, and he just seemed to get better. And like, you know, I didn't know him before, but just from day one till now, there's been a big change in his personality, and he's just more lively, I think. that game has kind of became his life. I mean, he is always on that. He has people online that he plays with. You can just tell that he gets a lot of enjoyment out of it, and he is very, very good at all the games. I keep telling him I'm going to practice at home so I can beat him, but it's, for something so small, it's meant the world to him. I mean, it's really, really helped him to stay active. I mean, because he really can't do a whole lot of anything else. So for that television and that Xbox, they are amazing what they have done for him. And, you know, I mean, I've only been in this 6 months. He's my first patient, but if everybody gets that out of what they get from sharing wishes, it's definitely something that needs to stay.
The first time that I met Andrew Colas was at the nursing home, Capital Care Center, and he shares a room with his wife, June. And the first thing that I noticed about Andrew was he's very doting on his wife. He loves her so much. She is his world. And when I asked him if there's anything he hasn't done that he would like to do, anything he would like to have, and I started to explain the Sharing Wishes program, the first thing he did was look at his wife, June, and he said, "What do you think?" And so he wants to make her happy. So when we were thinking about ideas, I brought up the idea of a date, and Andrew and June, they both said, well, that would be kind of neat. So we started talking about different ideas. The Colases, they love Abraham Lincoln, and they've been to the Presidential Library and Museum a few times and are very interested in him. So around this time, the new Lincoln movie came out, and we decided that would make for a great date. So we started putting this thing into motion, putting the plan into place, and thinking about different ways to make this day special for both Andrew and June. One of the things that I thought of was it would be nice if they could dress up for their date. And June, her favorite color is red, and she really wanted an outfit that incorporated red. So I went shopping for Andrew and June, and I picked out a red and black sweater for June and some slacks. And for Andrew, I chose a red button-up shirt and a red and black tie. And he was pretty excited. Another thing we thought to do was to get flowers for June, something for Andrew to give to June, and that turned into a corsage, a red corsage that would match her outfit. Andrew and June had never been in a limousine before, and when I mentioned that they could go on their date in a limousine, their eyes lit up and they just thought that was a great idea. The people that interact with Andrew and June every day, they know how special they are and think that they are just a really neat couple. And so everybody was very excited. They had a lot of cheerleaders that day that they went on their date. I think that we are very lucky to have the Sharing Wishes program. And to me, this is one of the most fulfilling parts of my job, is seeing a wish, you know, as an idea and then watching it come to fruition and knowing that we made such a big impact on someone's life. It may not seem like a lot to some people, but to Andrew and June, we gave them something to look forward to, and we gave them a wonderful experience. And this may be the last date that Andrew and June ever go on, and I wanted that to be very special for them. I'm very honored to have been a part of their wish.